Now everyone, in our last video, we created this list and we added pagination and search and sort. So friends, now we will add user add features and user edit features in this video. So friends, in order to edit and add forms in this component, we need to create a separate component, user edit component. We will add one button over here, add user, and we will add edit icon over here. So when user will click on edit icon over here, it will navigate to the user edit like this and ID. And then, and when user will click on add button, that user will be navigate to add user nodes. So friends, we are building user management application and we will set up React router in this application. So let's see how we set up React router in this application. So friends, first we will install these two packages, React router and React router in our React application. So friends, let's install these two packages. So we have installed these two packages. Now we will start our application. So our application has started. Now we will add a button, add user over here. So we have our list. You can see the previous video where I have explained how we created this complete list. So we have this component, app component, and in this component, we have this search component, render list header. This component render this header, and then render user list that renders this user list, and then we have simple pagination that renders this pagination. So we need to add a button, add user over here. So we will add after such component like this. We can add a button, add user over here, and it is coming over here. So we can align it here with some CSS. So we can wrap it in a view, and then we can apply some CSS. So we can wrap it in a div and then we can apply some CSS. Display flex direction, So now our button is aligned with this search component. Now we can move this add user in the right side. So we can add one more property over here, justify content space between. So our button has come over here. So we have added a button over here. Now we can add an event to click, and then we can pass a function handle click over here. Then we can define this handle click function here, like this, and we can check it is working or not. Okay, so we have added a button and assigned a click event and added a console log in its body. So we can open our Firebug, and then when user will click on add, the click console is coming over here, means our button is working now. So friends, we need to add another component that will open where user will click on this button and it will open a file. So friends, we can add another component, import react from react, and user add, or we can say user edit component. We can create a user edit component, user edit, and simply For now, we can just return a text user edit form. So in this video, I am covering how we can set up React routers. So the actual edit form will be covered in the next video. And we can save it over here, user edit.js. So we have created our component. Now our challenge is that when user will click on it, it should open this component. So friends, we can show this component over here below with the state. We can use state and we can conditionally show this component. But here we will use React router to show this component, and we will navigate to the user edit, and over there we will show this component. So first let's set up the React router. So we have installed the React router. Now we will create the routes for it. In order to set up routes, we will create a new fresh file, routes.js, and we have this empty file. Here we will, and in this routes file we will define our routes for the application. So first we will import create browser router from reactrouter.dom, and then we will import react from react, and now we will import app because we need to show app from the route from the app, because we will define a route with the index URL, and from the root URL app component will be shown, and then we will import our user edit component. Now we will define our router. Create browser router. Create browser router accept array of routes. So we will pass array, and here we will define our route. So in each element of array, it accepts an object with path. So with the root path and the element, here we can define the component which should be rendered on this root. The path is slash and element is app. So when user will navigate to the route URL on slash, it will render the app component. And then second, when user will navigate to the add user route, it will display user edit component. And the next route we will define when user will navigate to the edit user, it will again open the same component, user ID. But in user ID, we have to pass ID in the route. So we will pass ID like this. So when we add column with ID and we will pass the actual ID, we can read this ID in our React component, and we can use it to load the records. So our router has been defined. Now we need to export this router from here. So friends, our router are ready. Now we need to use this router in our application because we have defined it, but we have not used it anywhere. So friends, we have this app component where we are rendering the list, and we have this user edit. Here we will create our user edit form. So now we will use this route as a entry point of the application. So we should configure this route in our index.html, index.js file. So this is our the main file index.js file. So friends, we will use our routes over here. So this is our index.js file and we will set up our routes over here. So first we will import our router from routes, and then we can import router provider from reactrouter. So we can just pass our router provider, and in this router provider we can pass our router, and we can remove this application. We can also add this component over here and we can remove this as well. So we have our router over here. So friends, we have set up our router and defined in the index.js file. Now we can check it, like we have added a button over here. So on clicking on this button, it should go to the user add component. So friends, we can import another hook from the React router is use navigate. Use navigate is so we can use this use navigate hook to navigate to the other route. So now on clicking on this button, we can navigate to our route, and that is add user. Now we can check it. So when we clicked on the button, we have navigated to the add user route and our component is rendering. We have added this user edit form, and now we are able to see this message means we have routed successfully. Now we will add some edit button over here, and then we will open the same component with the ID. So in this component render user list, we can add another button, edit, edit, and we can add a click link. We can add on click event on this button. We can call handle edit function over here. Like we are iterating this user list and we have this user object in this row, so we can pass this user object in this function. We will receive it in our function body. So above in this component, we can define this function user edit, and in this user edit, we are receiving the user object because we have passed it over here. Now we have this button and its definition. Now again, we will define use navigate hook again, and we will get its instance in this navigate variable, and then we can use this navigate function to route to the user edit. So for user edit, to route to the user edit, we have another route, edit user and ID. So we can define edit user, and then we can pass user ID from this user object. So we can just change its interpolation, and then we can pass this user ID over here like this. So whenever user will click on this edit button, it will navigate to this hook. Sorry, navigate to this route with the user ID. Sorry, I forgot to add $1 like this. So let's check this implementation as well. So we have this edit button, and now when I'm clicking on this edit button, it is navigating to this edit user with ID. Actually, it is opening the same component, but here route is different, and we are passing ID as well. So friends, we are calling this user edit component in both cases, like add and edit. We can use parent hook to read the ID from the URL. like this, and we can display the ID over here, like this. 7 is coming over here, 9 is coming over here, and in add, nothing is coming. So friends, we can utilize this ID to load the record and populate the form. So friends, we saw that how we implemented our routes in our application and how we set it up in our index.js file at the main entry point. Now here React will read this router, and according to this router, it will render the component. So friends, you saw that how we configure our routes React router in our application. And so friends, in the next video, we will create this edit form and we will add the record in the same application. So friends, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and please share my video. Thank you.